Hi guys, so I wanted to talk about my hair color because I'm always, doing something crazy to it. I have a really hard time not changing my hair color, but I think I'm going to try to just get it back to blonde and leave it like that, which, I've said quite a few times, and it's hard for me to, stick to my own rules. But, it's kind of, I think because I mess with my hair so much and I'm always bleaching my hair, that when I do try to add darker colors in my hair, they just don't stay in my hair very well. They fade very fastly and they look like crap. So I pretty much let my hair go. I kind of did like the blonde ombre type of thing, but in the front, I had a big chunk of bleach blonde. So I let it go for the whole summer. And then in September, I left the big blonde chunk and I did all my hair red. And I did it 3 times because it would not stay in my hair, and I didn't like the first 2 how they came out. And then the 3rd time, I was like, oh, I wasn't feeling good, and I guess I wasn't thinking properly, and I ended up doing the blonde as well. The first few days, the color was so pretty, it was so gorgeous. It's pretty much still stuck under here. This does hold color better because I don't mess with underneath as much, but it definitely has faded out. So I said enough of this. I'm not going to keep, dyeing my hair red every few weeks just to try to keep up with the color and keep it looking nice and beautiful. So I'm just going to go back to blonde. So far, I just separated my hair in half and I did the top part of my hair. And I just wanted to explain how you can mess with your hair as much as I do and you still have hair. I do cut my hair a lot. Last year my hair was getting super long. I mean, super long, and I just kept trimming it and trimming it, and then I ended up taking inches off of it in the winter, and it's hard to grow, but it's such a mess because I had it twisted all up for work. So the only advice I can give for going from a red hair color to blonde in one day, which is very difficult to do, the healthy way is to try what I did. So what I did is I soaked my whole head in coconut oil. This is the coconut oil I used, and I just got this at my local, health food store. You can find them, I think, at Walmart and stuff like that. And it's good, too, if you did this the night before, or you could do it the day of and just, let it sit there for a while. Do not rinse it out. Leave the coconut in your hair, saturate your hair. Then I mixed up my bleach like I normally would. I use the Kaleido Colors in blue, and I use a 30 volume. And I put that in my hair for 50 minutes, and it came out to a nice bright orangey kind of blonde. It was very bright. It was very scary when I washed it out and my kids were like, oh my god, it looks horrible. My daughter was like, I don't like you blonde, oh my god. I'm like, well, this isn't what it's going to be like. So then I used a box dye. You don't have to use box dye, but I had it on hand. I had the Nice and Easy, and this is Natural Medium Ash Blonde in 8A, and you definitely want ash. The reason why I picked a natural ash is because I would assume the natural might have a little bit of neutral tones in it and it wasn't going to be too ashy. Sometimes what can happen when you're bleaching your hair and you put too much ash on it, especially a medium blonde, your hair is going to turn gray. And we don't want that either. So I also used this. This is a neutral protein filler. And in between coloring my hair too, when my hair is damaged, I just use this when I'm styling my hair. If you have nice, silky smooth, straight hair and you don't have any, texture to your hair, this doesn't look that good because it really texturizes your hair and it kind of makes it like you put, hairspray or, a mousse or something in it. So for my hair type, this works out really nicely. I can style my hair in my natural curls with this and you wouldn't even know that I have a, something odd in my hair. So the protein is actually, it's really amazing for your hair. So I actually mixed half of the conditioning that it comes with, a little conditioning package. I mixed half of that in with the hair dye, and I've done this plenty of times, and I swear it does not alter the color at all, and it washes out and your hair is silky smooth. I left it in for only 15 minutes. I didn't leave it in for the full 20 or 25 minutes because I didn't want to risk it getting too dark or too ashy, because it was pretty much at the level where I knew I can get it at for now and just, you know, deal with it. I think it came out perfect. I don't know how well it's going to pick up on the camera, but it came out like a really nice medium blonde, and I absolutely love it. I am going to do the rest of it eventually, but I'm just going to kind of wait. Just because when I do have it down, it's just, this is kind of hidden, so it's not that big of a deal to me to go and try and damage, you know, this. And I was thinking maybe if I wait a little bit, this will wash out more, because it seems that red just seems to wash out a lot. So I'm going to try to just kind of wash this out more, and then, you know, maybe by the time I have to do my roots, I'll do this process. And eventually I'll just get to, you know, the blonde that I want to be, and maybe I'll just leave my hair alone from there. It's just such a hassle when you, like, want to change your hair color all the time. But I will tell you, that was the healthiest way to strip my hair and to dye my hair, and it feels great. I really, you know, don't have a problem. And then I would definitely sleep with a conditioner one night, or do some deep conditioning treatments. Put coconut oil on your ends or in your hair. Coconut oil is great to sleep into to make your hair so nice and beautiful and help it grow and help repair your hair. And I also highly recommend that when you are messing with your hair, that you trim it up every time you do it. I pretty much trim my hair like every time I dye it. I do, even if I just like tip the ends a little bit, I always trim my hair when I dye it, just because I mess with it so much that I'd rather cut it than it, you know, just start breaking off on me. So that's how I went from red to blonde in one day. It was a very simple, easy step, and it came out of my hair like really well, which I was amazed, because sometimes, you know, even though red fades a lot and it just washes out of your hair so quickly, it's like a bitch to get out of your hair for some reason. Like that red, especially my roots, like this, much of my roots, they were a lot darker, and after I had bleached it, like this much of my roots, they were definitely like the most orangish. So I am going to do a blog post about it, just so that you can see like the different colors that I went through. And so you could see, like, you know, the before and the middle, and the after, like where I got to all in one day. And I still have hair in my head. Bye, guys.